logo in the community is sponsored by Scandinavian Designs. Modern style for every budget. Well, we are in the heart of our growing season this summer. And look, I do not have a green thumb at all. But if you haven't started a veggie garden this year, it's not too late to reap some of the other benefits from the community garden. Well, Danny met up with Jungle Judy for a lesson on finding community, mindfulness, and the peace in gardening.
Jungle Judy, it's so great to be out in the garden with you again.
It's so wonderful to have you ladies here in this spectacular place of belonging and hope.
Yes, and I want to talk to you about that. This is a welcoming garden. Tell me about that.
So a welcoming garden, I like that term, because when we usually think about garden, we think about, oh, I need to grow vegetables, I don't have the skills, I don't have the time. We think about the things that we don't have to engage. And a garden doesn't ask that. A garden is a place of beauty. A garden is a place where everybody can be a teacher, where you need to grow. You can grow flowers, you can grow herbs, you can grow things that touch your soul. You can grow art projects. You can grow community connections.
Yeah, this garden make people, the people you don't know, you can find here, you can like friend.
This is a very special community. This Fairview Garden, where we are right now, was one of our oldest gardens. It started in 1996, and we have been involved in the community since a little bit over 2000.
Wow.
The community dynamics have changed to be mostly Hispanic Latino to a lot of refugees and immigrants from African countries.
I take like this.
So, Beatrice, I remember a couple of years ago, we were working in the garden and I saw you taking squash leaves off. And I came and I said to you, you know, leaves make food. If you take too many leaves off, you're not going to get the squash. But you told me that you eat leaves. Is that right?
Yes.
How do you do that? Because when I look at this, it has prickles on the stems. What do you do?
Yeah, I take up like that.
You pull it down. Oh my goodness.
This like trash.
Yes.
Take this out.
And that part we don't use, the strings.
This no eat.
No eat? Yeah.
Take
that down.
And I fix all this.
So what do we do with that?
I cut this. That I finish to fix it like that. I take the knife.
Yes.
And I cut little. And I clean a cook.
A lot of food from the garden.
Because my kids like to eat the vegetable.
Yeah, I know you're...
I cook today, finish tomorrow, I come back. That's why I like garden.
So what this garden offers is you don't need the education, you don't need the high school or even college degree. Please come in and share your cultural traditions with us. Linger here, show us what we need to provide for the traditional crops that you would grow, and let's enjoy and festival together.
I love that, that's so incredible.
You water garden, that day some people not coming, maybe sick, you help her to water her garden too.
You need to talk to us about lingering in the garden.
Lingering is one of my favorite words in the garden because so many of us are bombarded with things, whether it's in the news or divisions between us that force us to go hurriedly from one task to another.
Right.
And I think one of the most important things of a garden is that sense of it allows us to slow down.
Yes.
It allows us to appreciate if we're even sitting in the garden. For instance, in my garden, I have an old chair that I put right in the middle of the garden.
I love that.
And that old chair allows me to take out a journal and notice the changes that I'm seeing day to day. It allows me to hear the bird that came in this garden. We had an oriole the other day. We never have orioles.
Amazing.
And it was going to one of our garden cages, one of the tomato cages. So it allows us to tune out the negativity of the world that we're constantly bombarded with, what we feel we need to get accomplished, the task of growing, and to actually appreciate, oh my goodness, underneath that leaf, there's a tiny little squash that's forming. Had I just been involved in watering, I would have missed that completely. So we can listen to the sounds of the birds, we can hear the wind, we can be there hopefully when there's a little bit of moisture coming in and appreciate the feel of that. You shared with me several years ago you had a problem, you had a medical problem, but you came back to the garden. How did the garden make you feel when you came to it?
Sometimes I am at home. I cannot walk. The doctor said I cannot walk. Only I'm sleeping inside. Sometimes my kid too much nose, talking. They cry, fight like that. It make me dizzy. I come in the garden, nobody inside. It make me feel good. That's why I like it.
Garden really welcomes everybody, doesn't it? Yeah, garden makes you feel like you belong. So in lingering, it allows us to tune into what makes a garden personable for us.
Yeah.
So I've had people that have incorporated art sculptures, that have incorporated hammocks, that have incorporated painted stones for kids. Whatever makes it your place and says, this is home. It's more than growing crops, it's growing my spirit, my soul, my wholeness.
You can get in the garden with Denver Urban Gardens and find volunteer options, classes, community events, or a garden near you at doug.org. Happy gardening.